Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Sticks for Queen, and I usually post mostly about my Twitch streams that I usually do, but today I thought I would do something a little bit different. So I was gonna post about some book reviews. 'Cause I'm really into books and into reading and stuff like that. Like, I have a lot of books here, and behind me, I have, like, a full library and stuff. I have a closet in my office that's full of books. Anyways, I they're kind of all over the place, but I thought I would do book reviews on a specific author today because I've read a few of her books, and I really like them, and I thought about, just reviewing a few of her books to, like, discuss them and being like if I really like them or not. So, the first book is called, sorry, I have to go through my Kindle because 'cause I'm really not good with names for some reason, but I'll so the first book is called It's a Date Again from Geneva Rose. So she's the author I'm talking about today. This is one of her newer book. So she usually does like murder mystery type of stuff, but this one is it's not a murder mystery at all actually. It's a more of a romance book, actually kind of a rom-com. But it's a romance book. And so yeah, so this is the book and I'll review it since I just finished reading it. For me, honestly, I would give it a 4 out of 5 stars. It was really good. I really enjoyed the plot, but the thing is and I don't know if it's just me, and the way I am, but I felt like it was a little predictable. Like, I knew what the ending was gonna be, and like I said, I don't know if it's just me or when it comes to those kind of books, I seem to just know, what the ending is gonna wind up like. Maybe I watch too many rom-coms or read too many, like, romance books, uh, and it's just, like, obvious to me, but the whole plot of the book, honestly, I loved. I don't wanna give too much away because obviously, like, this is a book I would definitely recommend to read, but it's basically a woman who, winds up with amnesia, and she winds up in the hospital with 3 men claiming to be her boyfriend, and she has to, basically go on dates again to figure out which one she's truly in love with. So yes, it's called It's a Date Again by Geneva Rose, and you can find it on Amazon or if you're in the States, Barnes& and Nobles, but, I'm in Canada and unfortunately I had to buy the book on the Kindle, but still, it's a really good book and I would definitely recommend, reading it. The next book is also by Geneva Rose, and it's One of Us is Dead. So that one, honestly, I was extremely surprised because it's the first book of hers actually that I read, and I did not see the ending coming. Like honestly, it surprised me. So definitely like a 5 out of 5, like a 6 out of 5 for that one. I really liked it. It had suspense, it had, drama. It had a lot of things that people sometimes look for in those kind of book. I guess you could say like a murder mystery, but not like those like murder mysteries that you see like on TV. Like it's not Sherlock Holmes, but it's really interesting because like I said for her previous book, I could guess the ending, like, I knew how it ended, and I got it right from my guess, but, honestly, like, it's not at all like that. Like, in this book, I was completely dumbfounded when I found out, like, the ending. It's about like, to not spoil, it's a woman who works in a salon for, like, high-class customers, like, rich people, that come in, and there's, like, a lot of that gossip that you wind up hearing in salons and stuff like that, like, hairdressers wind up hearing. She kinda gets involved-ish, but not too much, like, she's still kind of the outsider of the whole commotion that happens, but it's really interesting, honestly, and again, I would definitely, definitely recommend this book. I was on my toes the entire time, like, I just could not put it down. It was definitely, definitely something I really liked. And again, I would definitely recommend this book to anybody that would be willing to read it. It's really good. Like I can't. It's sometimes it's hard to put words about something, but the all without spoiling, because that's the thing. Because I feel like I would spoil it. I would just recommend reading it. Like you would not want to put that down. Um, and the next book of hers that I read, hold on. Sorry, I'm just for some reason I'm just really not good with names of books, which is strange. Give me a second. Okay, so the third book I want to talk about is The Perfect Marriage. Again, like I said, all these books are going to be in regards to Geneva Rose, the author. These so before I start with It's a Perfect Marriage is sorry, The Perfect Marriage. I'm gonna just go back with It's a Date Again, One of Us is Dead, and The Perfect Marriage are the 3 so far, books of Geneva Rose that I've read. Um, and like I was saying, It's a Date Again, I it's a 4 out of 5 for me just because I could predict the ending. And but it was good. Like it was still really good. But I feel like if you're somebody that's read a lot of romance books or even watched a lot of romance movies, you can kind of predict how the ending's gonna go. To a certain point, like how a lot of romance is like, oh, we just know the guy that they're gonna end up with. It's kind of like that. But there's still like some parts in like when I was reading that I was debating if I was even right. But in the end, like I kind of knew, like I had a gut feeling. I'm like, no, this is really how this book is gonna end. And it did. But like I said, it was really good. Like the whole plot of it is really smart. It's interesting because it's not a plot I've really like seen before. So I really enjoyed this book. And again, the other one was One of Us is Dead. I guess I didn't really talk much about it, but it's a good book. It's hard to talk sometimes about a book without really spoiling it, and I really don't want to spoil it. But it's a good book to read. I wouldn't suggest it reading at night because I did that, and honestly, I could not put it down. So I did spend some nights awake, maybe longer than I should have. But it's really good. As I mentioned, it's about a woman who's a hairdresser. She owns her own salon, and she has this really like what's the word I'm looking for? Like high clientele, like a high sophisticated clientele. And like what they say about like hair salons where there's a lot of gossip and stuff like that that goes on. It's kind of one of those, but with like some murder in there. And like I said, I don't want to spoil it, but it's very interesting. And I would definitely recommend it. And lastly, the last, sorry, The Perfect Marriage. That one, honestly, it's I'll admit it took me for a spin. I was not prepared whatsoever. This is like a 10 out of 10, like 10 on 5, whatever you want to put it. It really I just the ending shook me, first of all, and the entire plot going towards that, it really like I was shooked because I never expected that to happen. Like that's as much as I can say. I didn't expect this ending whatsoever throughout the entirety of the book. I thought because again it's kind of like a murder mystery type of book. I thought my suspicions about a certain person was completely right, and I was fooled. Like surprisingly, I usually have really good instincts when it comes to books, but this one, I was like, when I found out the truth at the end of the book, I was like shooked. Um, there's no other word I can say better than that. I don't know, it really surprised me, and it's definitely one of my favorite ones. I think I can't remember because I follow Geneva on, uh, TikTok, And I think she mentioned that this might be one of her books that are is being turned into a movie. And honestly, that is definitely a movie I will want to go see because the entire plot of this book was so well thought out that it really puts you on your toes, and the entire time you're just like you want to solve this mystery yourself. You're like, "Oh my god, like I think I like you want to start putting a board on your wall with like pictures of people being like this person did it. This one had motive." Like, all that kind of stuff. And in the end, you're just going to be like, "Oh my god, I had it wrong the entire time. What the hell?" So, yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite one that I've read so far. Like I said, it's so intriguing. It's got twists all over. The plot is amazing. I would 100% recommend The Perfect Marriage. It's one of the best so far that I've read. The next one I am going to read is probably You Shouldn't Have Come Here, which is I think her latest mystery one. And it looks really interesting. I don't know anything about it because I haven't read it yet. Only that it's about a woman, I think, that rents an Airbnb, and then she goes there and finds out that someone else is also there, living there at the same time. And then like some weird things start happening. And so that seems really interesting. Again, from her One of Us is Dead and The Perfect Marriage, if it's the same as those two, it's going to be an experience in itself. Like I said, It's a Date Again was really good. To me, out of the three that I've read so far, it was my not least favorite because I really like romance, like romance book, but it wasn't as, I guess, entertaining or suspenseful, if that's a word, as the other 2, but it was good. Like I said, it was good. It was probably something I would still watch as a movie in theaters, honestly, because the plot was really great. But it's not like I like something that can keep me on my toes and where the ending completely, like, astonishes me. And unfortunately, that one wasn't it, but the other 2 for sure, like, I never thought those endings would be what they were. So, I would definitely recommend those 2 books. So again, One of Us is Dead, The Perfect Marriage, amazing, and, It's a Date Again. If you're really into romance, some comedy and stuff like that, I would actually suggest it, though. It was really good. And then You Shouldn't Have Come Here is going to be my next one. And I will do a video about it as well soon. And with some other books that I've read, I just need to put like a whole list together. And I have so many books that I've bought because I'm like a person that loves to go to the store and I'll buy so many books and then not read them. And that's a big issue. I really have to do that, but I just don't for some reason. So I have to put a list of all the books I'm gonna read and everything like that. And I will do another video rating them again and post it on YouTube. So as you see, like my channel, so follow if you want more book reviews. I'm sorry if this one was a little short. It is my first one, and I know I was going kind of fast, but it's kind of those things where, like, your first ones are going to be a bit different. They're gonna be shorter and probably, like, super fast because 'cause you're feeling like you need to rush through this. But I would definitely suggest if you're not following her on anything, follow Geneva Rose on TikTok. And I think she also has an Instagram. I'm not sure, but I found her on TikTok, and through that's where I decided to like read all of her books. And so far, I'm amazed. So, like I said, I would suggest following her there. And until next time, thank you for coming to my book review of those 3 books. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.